very strongly about that particular piece. Professor Ngotho, Professor Thiong'o, when you watch that, what comes to your mind and how do you feel just seeing someone talking so highly, feeling so strongly about him and sharing the similar struggles?
Before I answer that, there is a question you had asked earlier about Baba's capacity to withstand betrayal. Because he has been betrayed so many times.
Yeah.
One of his gifts, or I would say what made him keep on, is a belief in what he stands for. Raila has been betrayed so many times. If we take, for example, Mama already talked about the formation of Orange Party. If you look at the founders, the Pentagon, there were 6. Which one of them is with Raila? Or with Raila by the time he died?
Today, yes.
Because Raila has a belief in people. These others, they see opportunity. And when I say in a race, in a struggle, let me say, put it that, in a struggle, a democratic struggle, not everybody who joins the struggle completes the race. Many fall on the wayside. People wonder, why me and Professor sometimes, given where we come from, and the victory against Raila, why we have stuck with Raila. It's not Raila we have stuck with, it's the cause he stands for. If what he stands for is what I stand for, why should I disengage myself from him? And so people go in a race. People abandon the cause, others join. So you see, in the whole, if you look at Raila's life right from when he formed the NDP, you see not many people who have started with him
Are still
are
with
with
him
him.
today, yes.
Not because they hate him, but they don't believe in what he stands for. The cause of justice, the cause of people. If you look like the new constitution, if you look at Article 43, you see the things that are spelled out there. Not in my belief in those social, economic, and social justice. Raila and many others like us, we believe in those things. And that's why we have stuck with him in thick and thin. In fact, we live in a very hostile territory. Where we come from, during elections, you would put here, Raila here has 5 votes. That is for so and so, so and so, so and so. So we go against the grain because we believe in the cause that. And that capacity to push on, irrespective of who was with him has dropped off, is amazing. And it's kept, the belief itself, the commitment has kept him going. Even if I'm alone, I'll continue. Yeah. So you can come back to the question you had asked.
Is there anything that you would like to add on to what he had to say, Prof?
No, I can just add on the lady who talked.
Yes.
That you can see the passion. You can see how she views
loyalty,
the belief in him. And she feels like her life is over without him around. So that itself, from that mama, tells you what type of a person. If you can touch those people so much, and the others use them, then you are quite ahead. I think his strong points are capturing such people. If you saw the people who walked to Kasarani today, walking from Parliament area, and others walking from JKA, you can see that those people are not being paid money, but they walked.
And people of all age groups, actually. That's what really amazed me.
There are some who had even young children.
Yes.
There are others old. the whole entire package could tell you, and these people have not been promised anything by someone. They just want to go and see Baba.
Yeah.
So that summarizes.
Yeah.
What also attracts people to Baba is that humanliness. He has the ability to connect, even with the lowest and the highest. So when the others keep aloof, they see people as objects to be used for their own gains. Raila has that touch of showing he understands. He may not be able to solve the problem, but he shows that he understands. And like you see, Mama, he says, he has gone. Ameniacha na nani. Afadhali hata mimi niende. Because she wonders who else can come and show her that kind of
Compassion.
passion. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Prof. Thiong'o, you mentioned the Constitution a while back, just very, recently in our conversation, and the civil society was very active some time back. And then, of course, they look like there is a bit of a change in their course, in the sense, the tone, especially after this new Constitution. What do you have to say about this?
The thing I can say, we have what we call a constitution without constitutionalism. We have a constitution, but people do not believe in it. Something happened after we passed the constitution in 2010. And I remember when that constitution passed, I went home and told myself, now I can retire. I have achieved my goal. That was on the 4th. People talk about 27th. The actual date of voting for the Constitution was on July 4th.
Okay.
The promulgation was on the 27th. When he did the elections, when he went to elections, the people who were elected to implement the Constitution do not believe in it. And that is a whole tragedy. Even the people who are put in charge of, even those who showed some kind of support, it was half-hearted. And you see Raila, people are wondering, even the governors and people they are wondering, Raila has gone. He's the only man who has been talking about the Constitution. He has been called the father of devolution.
Yes.
He has a passion for it, because he knows if this thing is implemented, the people I care for will be touched down there. But the people who have been in power, they wanted the reverse, to concentrate the power. That's why you can see there is so much, people are losing faith.
Hope.
For hope in the devolution. Because there has never been a serious person or a serious administration to implement what is in the Constitution. Neither the executive nor the parliament, National Assembly, and the Senate. Very few people, you have seen people trying to fight, to put a thing called the NCDDF. That thing is ultra-vires the Constitution. But they are fighting for it because it serves their interest.
Yes.
So how can you implement the Constitution with the people who do not believe in it?
Themselves.
People who believe in what serves their interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also President Kibaki, when the Constitution was passed, said, when we look at this Constitution and what has been fought for, there is a 20% that will require to be amended later.
Yes.
But we do not want to touch it now, because if we touch, we shall touch the other good ones. And so there is still a room for refining some of the points. That's when even Raila, when he talked about 10-point program, he saw the points that were critically needed. But those are already passed by the Constitution. It was the implementation that is lacking.
Okay. Now we'd like to just get your personal interactions with him, memorable moments, highlights, milestones, just things that come to the top of your mind as soon as I say the word Baba, as soon as I say the word, Raila Amolo Odinga, what comes to your mind? Maybe you can share some moments that people who are watching have never heard of, things that you've never spoken about. Just these personal interactions, I think, are very important, and it was nice for us to hear them from you.
When Baba comes, we are members of some club together. So if I see him walking there, or he sees me walking there, he doesn't stop. Or even if he was going to meet other people, he stops, greets, says, come and go down there, or let me sit here, we call all those people up here. That touch, the human touch, the friendly touch.
He was a true friend to you.
True friendship. You feel, yes. He could even be his brother sitting there, but as he passes through me, or I could also be going to somewhere else, see him, he stops. And we first of all greet each other and brief each other how things are. Friendliness and company that you can feel you lose. You can feel like when you see him now there or on the TV, you feel this is the man I knew. Just like that lady was saying, how come? There is a section that we usually use to sit down and chat, and forget even the politics. Just chat about life, who is doing what,
Your families.
What, yeah. So that is the personal touch that I know I'll miss.
Okay.
And those who have seen me with him, they know that. Those who have seen us together with him, they have seen that. Yeah.
Baba has always felt at home in our company. And I noted during the 22 election, he had a crowd of supporters there. Baba was, if you noted, Baba was a very lonely man. Because deep in himself, very few of those who surrounded him believed deeply in what he believed in. And I remember when he came to Murang'a, to Kagema, towards the end of 2022, we had just a few days. We went there to welcome him. We had gone there. And some people were blocking us. Somebody went and whispered to him, Thiong'o and Ngotho are outside there. They have been, we said, by who? He almost stood up, and we were ushered in. When he went there, you could see the change in him. And when he came, he talked. He was supposed to talk, but people are trying to block us from talking. When Baba went to talk, he scolded us. For about 20 minutes, he didn't say anything. He held our hands like that. He started talking about the struggle from the people who have fought for this. He did not talk much about the campaign.
Yeah.
He talked about the struggle.
We've seen those pictures.
Yeah, he was talking about the struggle, and we were taking some photographs. And
Yes.
he told us, you are going to be in my office. He said, for him, he would like us to be near him. And you could see the genuineness. And anytime I meet Baba, I'm a Kikuyu, he's a Luo. He would come and he would hug me, and he called me Modo Anyoba. I mean, the way we say a man of the house.
Yes.
We belong to the same house. And that is something we have had since 1990s when we were doing the Ford, even before it split. So we developed that bond, that closeness. It's difficult to explain.
Yeah.
When you see him, you see a transformation in him. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we talk about his dream, his legacy, his vision, he was a visionary, and his legacy will still live on for the next hundreds of generations to come. His name is one that is going to be written in history as somebody who has fought for the country, fought for democracy, and just, in a few words, he was a liberator. So do you think he has truly managed to live his dream?
To live his dream, there are two things there. You are talking about the live of L-I or the live of...
Live, truly living his dream.
He has lived his dream.
He has?
Even wherever he is now, he's not feeling anything lost. He knows he has some of his people who believe in him, who are there, and he did his part. The good thing is that he did his part. Sometimes they are not always the same correct methods, but that is the one that he believes, if we do this today, it will lead us here. If we do this tomorrow, it will lead us here. So he has lived his dream.
Okay.
From what I can say about him.
I can say he has lived his dream, though not fully. Because he knows he has left some people who believe in what he believes in, who are now considering themselves orphans of BAMBA. The way we felt with his father, he molded us politically. We say he's our father,
Yes.
not in a biological sense.
Of course.
He is our political father.
The
Right?
same way that Baba is.
Yeah, to some extent, Raila knows, even if he has left, there are something, what he has not achieved, there are some people who will take over the mantle. It's not going to be easy. The way he said that, who can fill Baba's shoes? Nobody can fill Baba's shoes. But you can try, but he has left some people who you at least try to push the dream he believed in. Yeah.
When it comes to the younger generation of leaders, when it comes to the youth, especially those in politics right now, those in power, what is your take on his legacy, what he tried to, build, and of course the fact that he was mentoring so many young leaders as well, even in his party. So when you see these young men and women leading in their own style, and of course these are people who are mentored by Baba, what do you have to say about that?
Well, it's just to say that they never understood Baba, one. And also, even if they understood him, maybe there were things that you have to sacrifice, which they couldn't bring themselves to sacrifice. And you can see it in many ways, because Baba is not someone who can call people here and tell them, I give you 10, 20, 30, 100 shillings. He never did that. If it is on a question of a mission. If you are buying food, you can buy food and eat. But if he's sending you there to go and do some message, he would never. And in my lifetime when we stayed with him, I never saw him do that.
Okay.
Then, most of the young generation are used to that. So they have to be reorganized, retaught, preached to understand that material things do not always pay off. There are many good things you can do, like that woman, when she was talking, there is something you can do for her, which is not necessarily material.
Yes.
And I rest my case there.
So you would say patience.
Something to say about the young people of today.
Yeah.
I've been a teacher for all those years.
You have.
And some of the questions I used to ask my students is about the future. They dream of these material things. The environment in which they have grown emphasizes materialism. And if you are in a job, something, unless people judge you on what kind of, if you are walking, you don't want to touch. People laugh at you. Look at this. I remember when I was working, sometimes I would see people stealing. But my conscience, from the way I was brought up, it could not bring me to do what the others. And people stole a lot of money. And any time I was in accounting before I went to teaching. When they wanted to send somebody somewhere, they could trust I was being sent there. To a point whereby people thought I was good for nothing. I was a dog in a manger. The best thing. So the environment these young people are growing I can tell you a story. I went for a funeral somewhere in our place. We were driving. We found two roads. We did not know. We called school children, those who leave school at around 3. It's about 6:31, you know. And we asked them, which of these roads can lead us to where we are going, you know? You know what they told us? First of all, pairs. And I felt like collapsing. These children at that stage, they are telling you, you pay them. How about when they grow up and they are in a position of authority? What is there to prevent them? So Baba may have tried to grow those people who have grown on that environment. It's not easy. But in a class of 50, if you convert 5, big success. He has converted, at least there are some who will push his own dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know, when I listen to you, both of you speaking, sometimes I just realize that the generational gap and the vision, the mindsets, the perspectives of life are just so different. And there's one thing that you mentioned very recently when we were watching the late Raila Odinga's brother on screen, and I looked at him and I was like, wow, he looks very young. And you said that he hasn't been to prison.
Not a single day.
So when you said that, I love the fact that despite all that you've been through, both of you, despite the hardships, despite the hurdles, you still have that humor in you.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure like when you would meet the late former Prime Minister and you would sit with Baba and you'd have conversations, I would have loved to just be a fly on the wall to hear the things
sit there and chat,
that you would chat about.
Laugh the whole.
One thing is that we were taken there, we were tortured. We never harbor any bitterness.
Yes.
The best way of healing is to forgive those who have, remove that thing from you.
Wow.
It's no longer bother you. You forgive that person,
Yeah.
and he's the one who will be tormented.
Even after all that you went through.
Yeah, you forgive. And of course you don't forget.
Yeah.
You forgive. Remove it from inside you, inside your soul. And you'll have no enemies.
Baba was also very forgiving.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing. I'm just listening to these stories, and sometimes I'm like, life has been very difficult. I would like to say it that way, because for Baba especially, his life has not been easy, right? And we know that. We've seen it. But at the same time, he always had a smile to his face. Even this photo that I've seen on the Star, if you look at it, look at the smile.
Yeah.
He's just looking so vibrant and happy.
Yeah.
And this photo as well on the Standard. Like there were times when he was also sick, he was unwell.
Yeah.
That photo as well. So this is how I think he always wanted to be remembered as.
And he was
Happy.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, full of joy,
Very happy.
full of life, and indeed, the man, the myth, the legend, the enigma bows out. We're talking about the one and only former Prime Minister, the giant of democracy, the late Raila Amolo Odinga. Thank you so much for being here, professors. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your wisdom and just sharing your life with him, your personal interactions with him, things that people don't know, and just the life that you have lived together with him. Any last words as we wrap up?
Well, it's only to say that Raila has gone, rest in peace. Nothing is lost. What he has planted will germinate.
Okay.
And that we shall all go that way. The only thing is that we don't know which time.
Yes,
Everyone must go through that.
absolutely.
So this was his time, but we are saying bye-bye till we meet again.
As for me, you see, the struggle continues. Our forefathers, my father was in the forest for Mau Mau. They fought. They did their part. They gave it to us or to others. We are continuing. What they were fighting for, the goal is not yet achieved. What Raila has done is to continue. Even his father, whom we boarded very well with, he left us a task. Raila has left a task. The good thing is that there are people to continue with
His work.
the struggle. As they say, la luta continua, victoria is certa.
Okay.
The struggle continues,
Yeah.
the victory is certain.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you once again. That is Professor Ngotho Kariuki and Professor Thiong'o Maina. Once again, we've been discussing Raila Amolo Odinga's legacy, you know, the things that you probably have never heard of before, and we decided to bring that conversation with two men who have interacted with him very closely. And when it comes to sharing moments, right? I feel like there's nobody who has shared such moments with him the way you two have. No. So thank you for being such brilliant guests, and we wish you all the very best as you continue to talk about him and continue to pass on the messages that he would like people to know about him. So as we lay him to rest tomorrow, we would like you to continue praying for him and continue sending your condolences. Remember, tomorrow the coverage continues right here on TV 47. He will be laid to rest, so make sure you watch TV 47, and we'll be giving you the latest right here, the home of untold stories. I am Shiksha Arora, signing out.